still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. That's caught. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win. So
if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From midfield, here's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
Oh, come on, get through.
Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
In at quarterback.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Herbert on third down now. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Oh.
It's caught inside the 25.
And
And
head
all
over the
the way
top.
in for a
What the
Charger
heck?
touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Okay.
So on
That's how
third
we
and
gonna do
medium,
it,
they
baby.
dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Oh, catch
And
the
that'll
ball.
be incomplete.
Come on, catch the
Brady took a
ball.
pretty
Catch
good
the ball,
shot
boy.
as he tried to pull that one in.
Catch the ball, boy.
Hang on 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
We called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Dance
on
Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Go.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the...
And that
Why are you throwing it over there?
Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on, Brady.
Is at an interception. reception. It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Herbert now. And he'll let this one go deep for two.
Oh, that's me. Come on.
Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead,
I knew he was trying that.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air. Herbert on second.
Oh my God, what are y'all doing?
This is taken in. It's complete. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark taking it goal line to goal line. 100 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You gotta be better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. $13 yards remaining on second down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
On second down, Eckler. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And
come on, y'all.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one,
settle down.
Quite well for the defense.
Eventually able to knock this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
At the 24-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score. Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as it kicks away.
Stop right here.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again. Herbert hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll buy some time right. Finding Gabriel complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there and a first down.
Chargers.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 1st and 10, Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
Killed over
the
there.
Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Chargers.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Goal.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man, how the heck he keep getting over the top like that? That's some BS.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Wow.
Badgley's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report.
Wow.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's got room. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 18. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brady's Brady's throw there complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Brady's pass there complete to Gronkowski, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. And this is caught by Evans. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. To throw again, Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, 32 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
44-yard line.
Brady now on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Looking for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Brady to throw again. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On first down, it's Herbert. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Charger ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Herbert's pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his second touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
His kick.
And he puts it through. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It's Eckler again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.